Prefiero pasar por la avenida.
Down that Twin Gate area. Now he's going to quickly TP into mid where Schofield tries to make the initiation with his Blink Dagger. Doesn't quite land, but he lands the shot there of the sharpshooter to finish him off. Was that a gem pickup?
The fight's happening top.
Yeah, what is this?
Box on the roar.
The TA can finish off SF. It would be big. Managed to get the wheel on the Beastmaster at 100 to 0 with Dark Mago showing up. They storm spirits everywhere, and he dodged the Rolling Thunder too. Now the SF has gone down the one time, but there is a lack of damage now. KJ cannot even complete that TP as this fight is being completely contained by Playtime while the Beastmaster is dead. 30 seconds.
Butterfly done while you're at the high ground at 23. This is an insane push timing. And this is almost why I wanted them to pick a bigger that committed to this push, because I think LGD don't have a lot to fight this early. They need more time for the tricore to scale here. They need more of the late game. Your late game is irrelevant if you don't get there.
15,000 net worth at 23 minutes, a 670 GPM, and another pick off on KJ. The supports are food because they can dive as deep as they want outside of going into the fountain. Supports are easy kills. Now the Beastmaster's back up, but they do have the Aghanim Scepter of Whisper. So this is a timing. LGD are still not favored for the fight, but maybe they can take it out anyway. Though the grab onto Whisper, that's going to be dangerous. Got the roar. There's the box. In response, Whisper trying to get out of here. Run down by Dark Mago. Pulls in Yuma into the whip. Chain stun. He's dead.
No
Two cores
shot.
instantly taken out. And this might just be a fast game one as LGD are overwhelmed inside of their own base. A BKB just to get back to that fountain for Tai Lung. He wouldn't survive any other way.
We thought this was going to be some close games. This is one of the fastest games of the qualifier. Maybe of any of the qualifiers. They're just rolling them. God damn.
Playtime will have to back out as there is tier 2s on both the mid and bottom lane because this push came so early. They haven't really gone through the steps of, slowly taking map control away.
They already have Parasma on Storm with 21 galvanized stacks. He has a galvanized stack per minute almost. That's disgusting. You got double regener in this game too. That's why he had so much mana for that top jump, the gate TP mid. It's been Dark Mago all the way. He has Croca Genius on top of it too. Gotta remember his bonus damage. So you got Parasma plus Croca Genius with 21 galvanized stacks. Even if you kill this SF through the box save, through the spotlight, the Largo heal, the Storm is a massive problem.
He's just able to build straight damage. You win Kai Sanj into Parasma. He's going to buy an early shard here.
Some sort of setup with this Bane. KJ has been involved in nothing.
Oh my
0, 6,
God.
and 0. That's real rough, man. Like, to be not involved in anything as a support for the first 25 minutes, it's almost a death sentence alone.
I mean, Tai Lung has only been a part of one kill. He's been part of one assist. Yuma has only been a part of one kill. They only have 4 in total, so.
For sure, I'm not singling him out as it's only his fault, but as a 5 position, I think it's extra bad. You can sometimes get away with it as a core, but as a 5, it feels real rough.
Even if you can hit the timing to get through this butterfly, a Satanic will be there soon. Or Wits' SF. Storm Spirit. Ooh.
I missed the Bane.
Yeah. KJ
Nice little
tucks
break
into
for
the
KJ.
corner here.
It's like I can't die anymore if I sit in this corner of the map.
And he'll join his teammates on the other side.
Need MKB on Templar Assassin before you fight, I think. I don't think you can afford to go.
Imagina un mundo donde tu esfuerzo puede tener recompensas.
By storm, and then the wheel gets thrown down, and then you're stuck fighting on top of this wheel. It just sounds miserable.
Even the offensive execution has to be insane. You have to stun the SF, Yuma focuses him down, and then Whisper is also hitting the backline heroes, stopping the save at the same time.
Sounds like a lot to me.
Yeah.
Especially against Satanic Shadow Fiend. Probably just sit there. You have Ags, Largo too. A lot of extra sustain just hit this lineup. That buys them a lot of time to kind of hold the box and see what happens in the fight. Even if you roar a target, you don't have to box him right away. You're so tanky. You just sit there, see what happens. They roar. If they don't commit, okay, you hold the box. Then they have to commit something else. It's just miserable for LGD to try and burst somebody down.
If they do manage to stall, though, they will have both MKB and Nullifier. So then you don't have a save anymore.
That helps. Helps the single target focus for sure. I just think you're going to be so far behind. Even if you kill the first guy, you run into the issue of are you winning the fight?
Yeah. You also don't dispel Crimson Guard buff, so.
The old Crimson Ringmaster.
Yeah, it's the first time for me, that's for sure.
Thinking about Flats too. He's just pure old school aura. Physical aura bot for Shadow Fiend. I like it. That's what your lineup's built around. Make him as strong as possible. That's called net worth amplification. Classic OG tactic. Oh, they already have a Vlad. Alright. Well, do they know that? Are they building two? What's going on here?
I'm sure Schofield will give him the heads up at some point.
God, Vlad is such a bad item.
Wait, what's such a bad item?
Vlad's.
I can't.
It's really dog shit. This item is basically 2,200 gold for 20% playsteel and 18% damage, which is quite good scale.
Yeah.
But it's quite expensive for what it does, which is basically nothing. It gives 1 armor and 0.75 mana regen plus the armor ore.
Yeah, I mean it's
basically
terrible
a
for the
ring of
person
protection.
who buys the Vlads.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. It's a really bad item on its own. It can be quite a good net worth amplifier in a game like this where your SF is just mega jacked. Yeah, then it works. Like, I don't dislike it here. I'm just saying in general, this item is, you need to really understand why you're buying it and what timing you're going for. In timing pushes like this, the item's amazing. So PlayTime
22,000
really
net worth.
identifies.
The Storm Spirit at 19k, and both Tai Lung and Yuma sitting at 17k. They're going to give up a lane of barracks to just buy a little bit more time. Time that is rapidly expiring because there is no mid-tier 2. Wits is just going to keep it going. He's got 4 minutes left on the Aegis. You will have to fight this out. 5 versus 6. You better hope you have some buybacks on heroes.
It's the MKB for the TA. Gives you a little all-in potential here. 2 lives to get through on the Shadow Queen, plus the box, plus Satanic.
Trying to get the melt hit. Lands the roar, Nullifier alongside it. Crimson Guard goes out. Look at the HP. It's not going down at all. Yuma tries in vain to do damage to the SF, but between the wheel and the Crimson Guard, not much is done. Caught by a beautiful bushwhack there from Schofield with a blink dagger, and GG is called before the fight is even done. LGD have completely trounced in this game 1. They got whooped.
They got absolutely 4 kills in a 30-minute game where they never held the lead. Got owned in the lanes. Incredible push timing from PlayTime that I think caught LGD off guard. They wanted to play their kind of farm style. They got their stack stolen. They got their tier 1s annihilated. They had the slower support duo. They got mega punished for it in this game. And beautiful SF strategy execution. You have these heals and some push behind the SF. That's what I wanted to see. They executed it really well. And they itemized for it. Like, that's how you should play the strat. You shouldn't just be itemizing for some 60-minute let's scale. You should be itemizing like, my SF's going to end this game at third. I'm going to buy Solar. I'm going to buy Crimson. I'm going to buy Vlad's. I'm going to have Medallion. I'm going to have Largo and Axial. Like, they had it all, right? And this guy's just untouchable. And there's no way to scale past this because the game is over. So, really out-executed here in game 1. And yeah, what a showing for PlayTime. They just look damn good in this qualifier, man. They're just out-maneuvering everybody.
Have we seen a Coddle win in the SA qualifier?
Yes. Yes, we have.
Are you sure? Because I feel like I'm just watching it lose nonstop.
Nemesis won with it.
Yeah, okay.
And LGD did win with it as well. But a lot of these games have been very one-sided. You could make an argument they would have won with anything. So it doesn't necessarily prove the hero's good or bad. The hero's fine. It is a strong hero. You just got owned in lanes and your stacks got stolen. What's he doing? Right? You lose a lot of your purpose and your value here. A lot of things went wrong. LG need to wake up for game 2. Because I don't think I've ever seen a player end a game with no kills, no assists in a long time. 0-7-0.
That
AJ has a rough.
It is quite bad for a player who had his time in the spotlight when they bowed out of TI last year. It was a good run, but he had that losers interview where he promised he would be back next year. He said he even went so far as I'm going to win this thing. And right now, they are 1 game down against PlayTime for 1 slot in the South American qualifier. Now, this is still the upper bracket final. So even if LGD do get dropped down to lower bracket, we are very likely to see them again in the grand finals. But who knows? I mean, the way PlayTime looks, this was a more dominant game than they had in that series against Nemesis, who they also beat real badly.
They just look the cleanest in terms of execution. To me, it's one thing if you lose and it's like, all right, it was a close game. We maybe got out drafted or something. We can make some draft adjustments or some idea adjustments. These games, they're just outplaying people. And it's kind of hard to adjust as a team to being outplayed. You can't just go into the room after the game and be like, play better, lane better, you know? I mean, that's what you have to say in a sense. You have to wake people up and you have to make it easier for yourself to accomplish some of the things that are causing you issues, like the laning, like the team fighting, right? There are ways to make that easier. But it's a difficult thing to adjust here. So it's easy for us to sit here and say LGD can strike back. But honestly, that was a demoralizing loss. They're going to have to reach deep here, find something hidden down in the muck, and extract it.
Yeah, very demoralizing start in their series against PlayTime, as they may be playing a lot of games against them over today and tomorrow. But 31-minute victory for PlayTime. They look hot as they have looked pretty much the whole qualifier. We both said coming into this game that they play-wise looked the best. You described it as their ceiling was the highest when they were, like, both LGD and PlayTime were smashing whoever they went up against. But when PlayTime smashed you, it felt like it was adults playing against kids in the playground. You know, it was just not a contest whatsoever.
This is Shaquille O'Neal versus you, Austin. Like, it's not close. You're ending up in the hospital. So
I don't know. I think Shaq right now, I could probably do some laps around him. You know, run him up and down the court enough times, maybe.
What? Bro, he's dunking on you once. Your legs and spine are crumpled, and you are never walking again. Like, that is the reality. You're not even a human being to this guy. You're just
We're not doing half court. We're doing full court. All right, we're doing full court, and I'm running up and down the court as many times as possible.
I cannot believe you're even arguing this. Just go to a break. I don't want to hear this shit anymore.
We'll be back for game 2 of PlayTime versus LGD.
The human body was built to move. Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you. Gamers, hybrid workers, artists. Backing your every move.
Much of the qualifiers has been leading to this matchup right here. LGD versus PlayTime, with a lot of hype and anticipation, as both of these teams have done very well for themselves on the international stage. Both of them have had recent peaks in performance, and there is only one slot in South America to go to the international. And with game one happening, it looks like it might not be much of a contest at all. PlayTime just whoop LGD.
Indeed, Austin. That was a ass whooping of the year in terms of what we expected versus what we got. Right, the relative gap was just, whew, that was tough to watch. Honestly, I feel bad for the boys because I don't want to see LGD go out like that. You know, I mean, God forbid we got 5 more games of that and they're just out. That'd be a really sad end.
Well, it'd be 4 more games, right? Game 2 of upper bracket final, and then 3-0 in the grand final. Sure.
Yeah.
But Dan, surely that can't
hopefully
happen.
They can adjust.
How much of that is... Okay, you said they needed to wake up. Do you feel like PlayTime look excellent? Do you feel like LGD, like how much of this was their own play? How much did they look worse than what they did before? Like, I find it hard sometimes to be able to judge how good a team is playing because how good you look is based off of your opponent, right? LGD looked very good throughout these qualifiers, but they're playing against teams that are several tiers below them, right? So they looked very good. Same happened with PlayTime. We both had this idea that PlayTime was a bit better because of their performance, but I still find that, like, how do you judge that accurately?
It's based on heuristics.
Okay.
I think it's pretty hard to objectively look at it because a lot of the metrics are going to be similar. You're going to build similar net worth leads. You're going to dominate the game from a stats standpoint in similar ways. But that's why it's nice to have an analyst, Austin, because as a pro player, you get a sense of the game momentum, the level of domination, what should be happening, and to what degree, how smooth, fluid, fast are the moves, how decisive are the Roshan calls, what are the entryways into the fights, and how fast do they look for those things. You can feel it when you watch these games. Those are the heuristics I'm talking about. And I'll tell you, I think PlayTime has looked the best as qualifier. I said it before the series. I said it after we watched them play. Their moves are fast. They're decisive. They know what they want to do in the lanes. They know what they want to pick. The picks in that draft was quick, right? Like, they're firing on all cylinders. It looks good. LGD, they won some of those games, but I think we talked about it after that series. I still had issues with some of their gameplay in those games. And I remember saying it after their previous series where if they don't fix some of these things, a better team is going to take advantage of it. Because KJ has been having a real rough one. He keeps playing Bane. He keeps having very low impact. It's not looking great. Their lanes have not really been won. Even in the series they won, they didn't dominate the lanes as hard as they should have. The moves look a little slow. They're a little late to the party. All these things add up. And then when you play against a good team, you get goddamn ass whooped. And you're like, what? You know, how did we get ass whooped? I thought we're supposed to be the top dogs here. Well, this is stuff you needed to be fixing on your way to this series. So they still have a chance to right the ship, and they're going to get a fast support here, which I like. I think that is one of the keys here in this series. And we'll see if that speeds the game up and gives them a bit more oomph.
10 seconds remaining.
You could see that speed and decisiveness played out in that game one. I'm thinking about Witz's rotation on the 8-minute power rune. He wins the lane, comes out of the lane to help pressure that mid lane matchup. You know, trying to get the power rune, hit that tower, knowing that they're stronger. Dark Mago was in like 3 different kills across 3 different parts of the map with his Storm Spirit. I mean, he had a ton of mana regen for sure and was getting all these regen runes, but the speed he made those decisions was very good. As you said, the Roshan call, it felt very fluid.
5 seconds.
But why do you get all those regen runes? Because the supports are crashing mid, taking advantage of the support matchups and winning him, or those power runes, winning that matchup, right? They got those 2 big kills on the Beastmaster. That was a draft thing. That was LGD getting sucked into a bad skirmish against stronger supports that won side lanes. That's like what Team Liquid likes to do. So when you get compared to great teams, you know you're on the right track. You know, the supports look like Liquid supports that game. Witz is making a Yatoro rotation. That's all good. You want to be making a Yatoro rotation. You don't want to be making like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to flame some players. Like, you know.
Bienvenido al mundo de los puntos Pago Efectivo. Yo soy Pago Efectivo. ¿Y tú?
¿Por qué estudiar una carrera 100%
terrible carry that comes into your mind, Austin? Why are you laughing? Just name who's the worst carry that's ever played Dota. Just give me a name, Austin. I need a name.
You know what's funny is I'm thinking of an American player who's in this qualifier, not because he came to mind, not as a bad carry, but simply because he's no longer a carry. I was gonna say Yamson, you know.
Oh,
I actually think he was a very good carry, but you know.
Well, apparently not.
Apparently not good enough to stay on game.
That was really toxic. Jesus. Yeah, so you want to be compared to the greats, you know, and that's what it'll do. So we're gonna have some more early support traits here. Got to get these big ones where you can get them. And the Frog is back. The Largo round 2.
Oh, I actually
go
back to it. I've got a Reddit favorite for you. Nobody says that's a classic Crystallis move.
That's true. Reddit does hate him, but Reddit has come around on him a little bit, I think, because now they like him for
a damn likable person. You're
exactly.
going to be won over eventually.
Yeah, that's true. There was a lot of the like "get me a Red Bull from the fridge" meme for Crystallis. That was brutal, dude. I actually never thought he was that bad. I never understood Reddit's take, but.
I mean, anytime anybody makes a finals, especially with some players that are considered to be god tier, like Puppy, you know, and if they don't win those finals, then they must be dog shit. Leave aside the fact that they made the grand finals in the first place, you know.
True.
All right, Largo versus Beastmaster. I already like LGD's lineup way more.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like Coddle. Everything that I'm seeing out of the hero right now, and we saw that one Nemesis game, it just fell flat.
You just don't like old men, and that's fine.
Well, they're ruining the world, aren't they?
Okay, well, let's not bring politics into another series, Austin. I don't think that's what people are here to see. People are here to see Dota discussion, and Joel. That's the top 3 of 3. I saw some Joels today. That was great. You know it's TI season when the Joel spam comes out.
Well, we've got Largo, so we need to spam some more Largoba.
That's true. We need some Largoba, some Joel. We need all the animals swimming in the weird amphibian space. Please no Bane. Nice. No Bane. They're going to mix it up. I like that. Just
predator to the frog. A bird.
Fire. Oh, yes, the bird.
Fire. And they go for the Ringmaster again against Beastmaster. They're just down to pick this. If you're going to keep picking Beast, we'll keep picking Ringmaster 1-1.
Strong laner. They did a lot of work in that game 1. I think this hero has been slept on a little bit. I think he should get more play in the last 6 months than we've seen.
5 seconds remaining.
So I'm down for it. I like all these supports. I think both teams have some strong openers here.
I think the annoying part for any team right now, they match up against a team that plays Ringmaster. It's not like you can just go, oh yeah, Ringmaster seems really strong, we should pick it, because I think this hero, it is hard enough execution that you actually need, I'm not going to say a Ringmaster specialist, but you want to be really comfortable with the hero. You want to get at least some very recent reps in on it.
For sure. It's a tough hero to just jam in if you don't have a hero specialist for it. The spells can be tough to land. You need to get there at the right time. You need to make sure you farm. You need to know how to lane with the hero. All these things make a huge difference. So I'm with you there. I think LGD could take the Storm on this slot, by the way. I think Storm has looked really good this qualifier.
Yeah.
I think this hero's just winning and having huge impact, and you end up in these drafts where the stuns don't have, or the supports don't have hard stuns. Like no one took the line or anything. You're pretty happy, I feel like, every time. And just having the easy initiation just seems so nice, because again, I don't think a lot of the offlaners are giving you that initiation, and Storm is the premier mid initiator. So I feel like his stocks go up more because of that. What the
you know,
hell
that's
is
so weird, because the downside of picking up a Storm tier would be, okay, you're locking in Beastmaster offlane, right? You lose your flex going into the final.
That's
final
fine, though.
phase
That's
here.
fine.
But they did that anyway without picking up Storm Spirit. Now you're just locked into offlane Enigma and mid Beastmaster and trying to leave your carry out there.
So the thing about this Enigma pick is it's a lane pick. It's a very good matchup against Wind Ranger. There's pretty much nothing Wind Ranger does to this hero. Can't deal with Eidolons. You just get Blackhold later in the game. But I don't like it as a pairing with Beast. And I don't really like it with the 2 supports. I think it doesn't have the greatest synergy with their first 3 picks, even if in isolation it's good against what PlayTime have. That's my main concern. Maybe they'll be able to play it fast because Whisper is an Enigma specialist.
10
And
seconds
he
remaining.
can play it a lot faster than a lot of other players with either Helm or Drum
5
build up into
seconds
just
remaining.
running at people taking over the map. If they can execute that style with the hero, then I'm down for it.
Dire team
But if their
back
game plan is like,
radiant
I'm going to
team
farm with
pick.
Enigma and scale, I hate the pick. So I think it'll come down to the style and how much they can get done early.
I got to push back against that. Okay, so Wind Ranger doesn't do anything to Enigma. Enigma doesn't do anything to Wind Ranger. Like, I feel like when I'm playing offlane Enigma,
10
I want to hit a
seconds
timing
remaining.
at level 3 or level 5 where I'm pressuring the enemy carry.
5
You can't
seconds
do that to
remaining.
Wind Ranger. She
can
dodges
do it.
the entire thing. You right-click people with you and your Eidolons. And she has
Now you can push the lane in and kind of kick her out. You're not going to kill her like some other carries. So I know what you're talking about, but you can still get your game, you know. And I think that's what's important here.
Instant
Really
pickup.
fast
It is
picks
the
again.
Kunkka, the Dark Mago. Kunkka is back in action.
Damn.
This time against Tai Lung's Beastmaster.
Very tanky lineup for playtime. Kunkka Largo with the Ringmaster heals, Clock Run interference. This is a lot of HP to get through with Boat Run on top, Wind Run on the Wind Ranger. Could be a little low damage.
Yeah, tiny
This is a really
Beastmaster. Like,
weird
you
draft.
have very tanky heroes on LGD too. And well, I feel like LGD does have damage to deal with tanky heroes, right? They've got Phoenix, they've got Enigma, they've got 2% base damage heroes. Tiny is high damage, Hoodwink is high damage, right? While also they have at least 2 very tanky cores.
It's kind of hard for me to pick which draft I like more. I think this one's actually very close. Like, very, very close. I might favor LGD slightly just for their ease of damage output versus Playtime potentially running into trouble. But Playtime, they have Schofield, Clockwork, and Dark Mago Kunkka. I feel like these guys know how to make this kind of draft work and be cheeky on the lanes and put themselves in an advantage where that damage deficit doesn't make as big a difference compared to a lot of other teams. I think this is like one of the true 50-50s we had. I don't think I'm going to look at this draft, even in hindsight, and go, man, they've really got screwed. Like, it's just a lot of comfort picks, a lot of, little exchanges, and some pretty well-rounded lineups that can team fight, initiate, do objectives, build some auras. Like, they can do it all depending on the style they want to go. So it's really going to come down to execution in the first 15 minutes here, especially. Who can dominate some of these lanes and get out to a fast start.
Also, one more thing. You don't think, like, I'm with you, Enigma doesn't pair super well with these 2 supports, but they do have Black Hole Supernova. Like, that is a 1-2 punch that
Strong.
is very synergistic.
It's a lot of team fight. There's a lot of scale in this lineup. That is for sure. There's a box save again. There's the hook shot. There's some small counters, but yeah, you're right. If they can get it set up, anchoring a fight around an objective is super strong for LGD. They want to be the ones sitting in the Roche pit, making you have to go into the Supernova, into Midnight Pulse Black Hole. That's going to be miserable. So
I feel like this is
do
a
agree
game where
that's
KJ should be able to shut us up, right? And actually have a good game because they have so many ways to protect the A. They've got Black Hole, but they've also got Roar. They've got Avalanche, 2 other really good answers. He's matched up against some low damage tank heroes, which Phoenix pops off against. And also his playstyle has been super aggressive this qualifiers. He's been playing in the enemy jungle all the time and sometimes dying a lot for it. But Phoenix is one of the better heroes to play the enemy side of the map because you have an escape mechanism. Very few supports have.
I agree with you, but not for any of those reasons. He's not on Bane. That's all I see. It's not Bane. So I have to believe he's going to have a much better time because it's just a different situation than what he's done for like the last 6 games and has a miserable time. So I think sometimes you got to just change it up because something's going wrong and you don't have time to figure it out and you're just not feeling it. Like, he is a great Bane player. He really is. He's, and I say this as a fellow great Bane player. in my time. he plays the
From
hero quite well.
one of the great Bane players
Yes.
to another.
Like greatness recognizes greatness. Okay, and I'll tell you, like, he is a great Bane player, but it's not clicking for him right now. And you don't want to sit here and bang your head against the brick Bane wall and try and figure that out, right? Like, just move on, find something else. So I think he'll have a better time simply because of that. The monkey is off his back, you know, the Bane monkey, like the witch doctor cosmetic. You know, he flung it off his back, he hurled it into PlayTime's face, and now they have to deal with it.
What if Bane had a skin? Have you seen, is it called just The Monkey, that recent horror flick about the toy monkey?
What are you talking about?
Okay. This is not a small
What?
movie or a horror film.
Toy
It came out-
monkey?
Yeah. One of the, you know, one of the monkeys
You're thinking
has
of
the-
Chucky, bro.
No,
You're
it
thinking
has,
of Chucky.
you know the toy that has the symbols. You wind it up, it plays.
Yes,
it
yes,
claps
I
its
know
hands.
the toy.
Yes, there is a horror movie about one of those and the curse that it has. Blah blah blah.
Oh, that's kind of base.
Anyway, what if Bane had one of those when he put Nightmare on you? A little monkey showed up on your back.
They just got all the items.
Yeah.
I'm all for
Also,
that.
I did like. I feel like Wind Ranger is still ultimately a ranged hero that can kill Eidolons.
Early on, but not the later ones.
Sure.
They
I guess
continually
I
combo
always feel
spells out.
bad about heroes that can kill Eidolons early. Like level 3 or 4 Eidolons, most cores can't deal with those anyway. It's the early Eidolons that need help, you know?
Oh, you got a micro better. I don't know what to tell you.
Okay. Are you telling Whisper he needs to micro better too?
Maybe. Maybe I might message him after this game. See what I do.
Well, I'll
Yeah, I'm
just
sure he
say,
would appreciate
as one of the great Enigma players, you know, real
No, you can't
recognized
say that,
real,
dude.
all right?
No,
Whisper's a
no.
fantastic Enigma player, all right?
Who? Is someone in this call with us? Because I know you're not referring to you. Like, there ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, I've got Universe. Universe came to LA and he's visiting me, and he said
He is a
Whisper's
great- he is a
Enigma
great
is
one.
very good.
Well, if he said that, then yes, I'd believe it. Because
Okay.
he is a great Enigma player, but I have not heard him say
He
that.
also said your Bane is trash.
You know what? You're not even a good Dota player, so you're lucky you
That's
have this
true.
job at all.
That's true.
The Enigma's killing it though. 15 and 8. 8 denies. God damn. And he is going the drum. This is what I like to see. No
Yeah.
stupid Midas shenanigan or some like Helm bullshit. Just get the drum, ramp it up, slay some nerds out here. You know, you got run over in game 1. Time to run them back over. Put that car in reverse.
I even saw in the Chinese qualifier, I think there was Enigma, and they don't even go Tranquil Boots. They just rush straight drums. Where before it was Tranquil Boots, then drums, and then maybe you get Boots of Pairing.
No, drum is the best item on this hero in terms of gaining an advantage in the game. So I'm all for it. And I think Hoodwink is a support that can easily set up those kills. You know, you split the Eidolons, you have drum. Single bushwhack lands, that guy's just dead. So they have some easy setup to accomplish. And the lanes going way more LGD's way this time around. There's no SF out of control. There's no weird mid matchup that is losing runes or HP. It's just cruising, man. Cruising across the board.
Even the mid matchup seems to be going pretty well for Tai Lung, as he was able to secure some early denies with the boars. Seems like the Kunkka has to Tidebringer like 3 times in order to kill the boars.
They just micro.
Yeah, exactly. Also, what does Schofield do in this lane? Phoenix versus Clockwork is not a fun
Not a
matchup.
lot. Not a lot. He can pull waves. He can rocket flare range creeps. That's about it. Might see him try and move, but where do you move to in this game? Not easy.
Here comes KJ. He's going to make the first move through the gate. Schofield, he's going to TP in to try and counter that, but it's so hard to walk into an Eidolon army like this, especially
shot
when
you're fighting up here.
you're fire spirited up. You can't even right click to kill them.
It's exactly what LG want. They want playtime getting sucked into this Enigma lane. The drum is already done. We have so much firepower up here. If I'm playtime, I don't want to be anywhere near this.
Got the
Enigma.
shackle shot. He stuck around a little bit too long, Whisper. hit by the blood grenade and a dagger, multiple slowdowns. Now, Schofield's going to have some trouble here, but if they can get the kill on Whisper, it'll all be worth it. Whisper's definitely dead. Now the question is, will Schofield get out? A Bushwhack could land and get the kill. Bushwhack lands, the Eidolons come to collect, they get it. A shackle shot on Theolacour into the whip. Missed the dagger awkwardly enough, and Theolacour, I think, knows he's dead. He's going to try and get the kill on El Misho. El Misho has the potion to play for. Power shot misses. The Eidolons block out Wits, and Bushwhack, how did that not land? What?
Gabe Newell at valvesoftware.com, please, sir.
That was
I'm sending you a replay. If you can review it on your yacht. What was that?
And here comes the drum.
Oh my!
Bushwhack that lands. A Bushwhack for the double. And Dark Mago's like, what the hell is going on up here, guys? I gotta bail you assholes out. He's gonna come in with his Invis rune, and he'll find nothing. Tai Lung is given the information to LGD. Dark Mago will not find anything for his rotation, but a couple of Eidolons.
Captain doesn't want to be bailing the ship. That's not what the captain wants to see. As its decimation is top. I told you, I would not want to be anywhere near this Enigma lane. I think that went better for them than it might have been in a lot of scenarios. Like, they double blood grenaded Whisper down before he had Eidolon split. And it still ended up terrible because these Eidolons were taking names. I'm running him again. This is...
Get the boat back.
This is risky.
Deal. Power shot, they'll ensure the kill, and they will get the Wisdom Shrine. It's not guaranteed that KJ can get this on the other side, though.
It looks a little rough for him.
If he can survive through the Frog Stomp, he can hold here for long enough that his two cores show up. So, yeah, they will get it in the end.
I'm kind of surprised that LGD let this Kunkka sit up here for that long without a punish somewhere on the map.
Tai Lung doesn't have a TP for some reason, so it comes down to him.
You're going to get dove again up here. I mean, you have to help Whisper. You can't let this happen.
Yeah, this is not acceptable. TP finally comes in from the Beastmaster, collected from the Courier, and the punish, got in front of him. He tried to unicycle away. The Ringmaster will die.
Now I feel they kind of overcommitted the TPs here. It's like, where were those earlier? Now the whole brigade shows up, but the right call. You have to defend Enigma in this game. He's too strong to let get run over. I mean, he's highest net worth. His highest impact. The Kunkka does have the good matchup, so Playtime are trying to force that interaction as much as they can. But there should be a trade somewhere else on the map, either free farm Tiny or you're getting power runes or something of this nature. They do get a haste for Tai Lung. It's pretty nice here. Pretty scary rune on the map as we take a quick breather. Make sure to stay hydrated, Austin.
I will.
And everybody, all those people in Twitch chat, make sure to drink water or you'll die.
If you don't drink water within 2 minutes, you will die.
That's how life works.
You can't really hang around this lane much longer. They gotta find it out. This is not a good place to stay any longer. Bushwhack and the black hole. He is being pushed and pulled and ripped apart.
Damn, he got spaghettified straight up.
Damn.
Which is the official term for being ripped apart in a black hole.
I do know that.
It's 4 years of university got me just for that moment. Theo? He is dead.
4 years to get a degree to be afraid of black holes. All you did
so I
was
could throw out
develop a
official.
phobia.
I'm not afraid of black holes.
I mean, you should be. Isn't theoretically it's supposed to be like the most painful possible way to die? It's stretched out while also time is dilating and just lasts forever. It feels like it's lasting forever.
Do you know anyone that's happened to? No,
I don't. That's why I said theoretically.
Exactly.
But
well, there's a lot of things theoretically.
you know, universe and Stephen Hawking just showed up. Stephen Hawking, what's up, man?
Let's just move back to Dota, Austin. I think we're getting a little off here.
Okay.
You keep bringing up these weird off topics.
Yeah, you don't like it when I win arguments by introducing people that don't fit, huh?
This is the guy who said he's going to take Shaq one-on-one. Like, I'm not hearing anything.
War goes out mid lane. Focus on the game, Avery. A little bit of a save there from the Ringmaster. Missed the dagger, though, to get the kill on KJ, while Dark Mago still being run down, and an Avalanche to secure the kill. So core for support, and Yuma's going to keep hunting.
He's got an arcane room.
Blocked out by the Cogs, though, and that kind of kills that whole situation.
Really awkward team fight. You lose your Kunkka. Such a tanky hero. Just gets bursted down, even with the box save. Unable to escape. A little rough here for playtime. All of a sudden, off kilter. LGD strike back. Just hard to interact with this Enigma up top. The Kunkka doesn't have a lot of damage follow-up with the support duo, which is something we highlighted in the draft. Will get fixed later on, but for now, it's kind of hard for Dark Mago to make plays. So it's a very static game for them. And so far, it's LGD winning out in that static lane setup as they get to play their style, kind of control the game, make the connections they want, and have some solid scale to fall back on. This Phoenix, Enigma, Beast, triple BKB piercing, ultimate triumvirate.
You know, this kind of reminds me of the heroes that you don't want to rotate into, right? Juggernaut, Lifestealer, these kind of heroes that it's just like a lane that feels like you can't take. And it was the idea being like a lot of it was good to be able to have those kind of setups against these super aggro teams, like let's say the MVP Phoenixes of the time, right? Where you create this situation where they want to be aggressive, they want to be active, they want to be rotating around the map, but there are certain lanes they just can't interact with. And it does kind of feel like that could be a good setup for LGD against this playtime. With the Enigma representing a hero they just can't kill unless they catch him in the river. All in, double ultimates, pull him back in with the tongue. He
we got all three.
But the power shot from across the screen comes in from Wits, finishes him off.
Is it enough?
And now KJ with the exploding egg can maybe try and get one kill out of this. It's Frank burning him, Sunray trying to chase him down to the ends of the earth, but the heal, the blood grenade, and the fire spirits are not enough. They cannot out damage the heals that get put in. In the end, it is the Kunkka for the Enigma, but LGD, they take over the battlefield and they take the mid tower.
All that spell power, and it's a 1-for-1. Kind of wild. If that black hole can exist for longer, it would have been nasty, but Whisper just got chunked down early. Great supernova. KJ's already had more impact in this game than he probably had in like the last 5. That's a great sign for LGD. Really nice positioning. He hit all the fire spirits there too. And honestly, a big item in this game has been the stupid Legion shield for Theo.
Yeah.
Like really good Legion shield game because you're protecting these Eidolons and the Beastmaster summons from the damage going through off these heroes. So it's just kind of impossible to take the summons down in these early fights. It's a big deal. This neutral item is really good, especially in games like this. So really smart pickup for him, bringing this team fight together. And all 3 of the top net worths belong to LGD here. A very different story in this game too. They're even getting some Beastmaster stacks. Everything going.
Radiant are scanning.
14-minute Wisdom Shrines are going to spawn soon, but doesn't look like any team has an idea of contesting the opposing. Both teams, similar to Game 1, team got a lead off an early laning phase, and now it seems like we may settle into a little 2 or 3 minute farming period.
Oh, did you see that?
No?
The Shard Golems, they're hurl bouldering the Eidolons. I told you, they hurl boulder the summons. Look, it just did it there. You see that shit? What is that?
I was just about
What,
to
did it
say,
again?
I didn't see it, and therefore it didn't happen. Then I did see it.
That's what I'm saying. These Shard Golems will only hurl boulder summons units. But not all summons. It's really weird. I don't know why it's coded like that. I feel like I was taking crazy pills or something, but now it's recorded for all time.
I was hoping to make you feel that way.
I mean, I guarantee you there was probably like 10 people in chat just trying to gaslight me into being like, no, they don't. They never throw it. Well, look at you now. You Shard Golemed yourself in the face.
Wow. LGD have managed through their various summons, despite the neutrals' attempts to stop them with the Shard Golems. They're up 5k. And it is only growing as they're going to, one, they have more map control. And two, I think they just have faster farming heroes. They've got a Phoenix that can farm up neutrals. Enigma is going to be very efficient at it.
They don't have a lot of vision to play off of, though, right now. It's been hard to get wards to
Theo.
Playtime side of the map.
Oh, the wheel didn't latch. He didn't manage to hold the beast long enough, and the black hole is just instantly going to get used on Wits. Whisper is not messing around. He's going to make sure this carry goes down.
This game's getting a little spooky for Playtime. Like, they're up against a lot of scale and big ults, and they're going to start to bleed heroes out on the map, lose map control. Blink daggers are online for LGD on the Tiny and the Enigma. There's a lot of risk. I'm playing out on the map right now.
TP that stops Yuma, sees an opportunity, cancels the TP bottom, makes a play for mid. Doesn't really find the opening for a tossback or anything. And they're actually going to just straight up roar Dark Mago. He got out the BKB before the roar, but there really wasn't going to be anything following that up from LGD. And Schofield recognizes that, gets the hook on Adia LaCour. Immediately an avalanche from Yuma.
Nice
and the Wind Ranger's going to be in some trouble here. A lot of damage from the Tiny, but he chases down Adia LaCour rather easily. And Whisper can't do anything about it this time around. No black hole. Goes for a teleport away, but the whip is there to stop it. El Micho puts him in his place this time around. 2 dead on the side of LGD as they opt to try and take a fight that doesn't make sense. And now the power shot gives the vision to Yuma. It's going to be a 3rd hero dead. A 5,000 net worth lead that is being ripped away from LGD as they got a little bit too big for themselves trying to take that fight in the mid lane. Initiating on a Kunkka with no black hole ready.
That is a big difference there. Effectively no roar or black hole. Like, yeah, you traded a roar for BKB, and if you just back off, I think you're chilling, but then you get sucked into that fight. And how do you get sucked in that fight? Schofield clockwork. He does it again. He just gets the initiation. It was a nice bushwhack up the cliff. Looked like it was maybe going to disjoint that fight, but they just chased through. Power of the Largo. Buffing everybody up. You're able to get in there. And finally, connection for Playtime in this game. They're kind of Siggy. These chaotic team fights where they just run you down. You're not able to sit there and just cast your big ults. You're in big trouble. Kunkka is fat, by the way. We haven't really talked about Dark Mago too much, but he is net worth leader. This hero can farm super fast, and he can scale pretty well, even if he's a little low damage himself early game. If he gets 4 or 5 slotted, could be a problem for this LGD lineup.
Throughout this qualifier, we've been talking about Chasm Stone hits the hook shot and
nice
shackle
play
shot to
from
ensure the
Schofield.
kill. Wait, no, they're actually going to back off. A little bit afraid of the situation. Power shot as Witch was too low to feel good about going for the kill. He thought maybe the Tiny would show up, but Yuma has been farming away. KJ opt just an early Chasm Stone, which he is going to build Shivas at some point. But
I'm telling you, these guys love these casual Chasm Stones. I don't know how much I like them. It's okay on this hero. See if it pays off in the long run. Not a farming item, not a golden injector.
No.
Just
I mean,
there.
it does, increasing the AoE makes it better for hitting the lane creeps, because it could be hard to hit all the melee and the range creeps with the 1 round of Fire Spirit.
Yeah, if you're bad.
No, like legitimately, you can't do it most. The spacing is not right. So, if
Just
he's
aggro
going to be
them.
hitting a lot of waves, it makes sense. Like, I think it's fantastic for core Phoenix.
Okay, maybe it gives you an extra little bit of GPM. Then it's worth it. I'll buy that argument a little bit.
You try and bullshit me. What are you going to do with this Shadow Blade, Dark Mago? He's got level 15 plus 75 Tidebringer damage with a recent Shadow Blade pickup. He is at a personal peak right now. They also have the Kai Assange done for Frank. So some of these items are coming together for this timing. Is Playtime going to make a move with it?
Ready to fight. The issue is fighting this game. You want to start it on a single target without LGD being ready. If they're just sitting there ready as 5, it's going to be hard to just run into them. Especially with the big spells. But they are trying to finish some items right now. So timing-wise, there's an opportunity here to maybe find something. You're trying to finish up this, I assume Shadow Blade for the Tiny, might be BKB. Ag's just done for the Beastmaster. There's a BKB coming for Enigma eventually here, so those are going to be the big timings for LGD. They're going to try and hit and enforce some objectives with them. A lot of scale still to be built.
I just feel like PlayTime should want to do something. They're keeping an eye on Tormentor, but look at the network, right? They pulled it down. It went 6K to 3K, then it's back up to 6K with just farming. Hookshot onto the Tormentor. Schofield actually managed to get the cause. Locking in Tai Lung. He's going to get roared and killed, though. The rest of the team too far away to immediately take advantage. Here comes Dark Mago. Gets the X. Initiation on Yuma. Yuma blinks into them, hits them with the avalanche. Doesn't want to go into the wheel. It may not have a choice. The black hole goes out, but it gets interrupted. And the BKB from Dark Mago looking for the kill on Yuma. Power shot hits him. He still doesn't die. And now they're underneath the tower. This is a dangerous spot to be. And we have a pause from Yuma out of nowhere. Where is the reason? Ooh, a disconnect.
There's the reason. Who's even... I don't even know who's favored at this point. This fight looks mega chaotic.
I mean, if you have buybacks on LGD, this has got to heavily favor them, right? They're operating underneath a tier 1 tower.
They don't have buys, though. I mean, you're not going to buy Enigma.
They've got it on the Enigma and the 2 supports, but yeah, the big hitters here, the Tiny and the Beastmaster, who it does look like Tai Lung is in serious trouble. He's got 21 charges.
He's about to get whipped, though.
He is going to be whipped. Wind Ranger doesn't have power shot. Already used focus fire.
I think the Beast is dead no matter what. Maybe the LGD supports get one of these heroes. But this looks like a one fight for playtime. Unless Yuma's willing to jump back in. He does have another combo in 1 second with Blink. But he's on 100 HP. So he's got to be careful what he jumps into. But he could just combo everybody.
I think Wits dies. If he manages to get the
that's what I'm saying.
Wits dies. And
I think it's tempting.
AoE of that
might
win you the fight on top of it. All right.
Let's see what happens. Post-pause shenanigans.
Tai Lung get bursted down before he can do anything. The whip goes out. Full retreat from playtime. KJ has already hit the dangerous dive, though, on Wits and finishes him off. He just runs him down rather easily. Yuma does die going back in, but it is a one-team fight for LGD. Final bit of axes. El Micho trying to stay alive thanks to the potion, but he will take out KJ. Does some serious work in the middle of that fight. Schofield will try and zone him out from the Wisdom Shrine. Does so successfully, but it's probably going to cost him his life here. Being run down past the tier 2. They have anything to slow him down. Theo does have his ultimate. Bushwhack up 1 second. Oh, missed the Bushwhack. Schofield. He manages to sidestep it. Oh my god, he was surrounded by trees and Theo somehow missed.
He's going to hook him. He's going to hook shot him, dude. Oh, he's going to kill somebody here.
Go for it.
Oh my god.
Oh, he blinks.
Oh my god.
No way.
No.
Schofield, you absolute monster. If he manages to pull this off with a shackle shot latching down Tai Lung, Aurora goes out. Tai Lung's on the run. Wits, can he hit a power shot to finish off Tai Lung? Doesn't need to. Dark Mago is there on the other side with the
Schofield got him.
And Schofield gets the...
He's not even dead.
He doesn't die. He gets both the supports. He sets up the kill on the Beastmaster. What a goddamn legend.
This guy's the best Clawfoot in the world. Who the hell else does all of that in that sequence? The hookshot instant blink cogs them all on the bridge. Disgusting stuff from this man right here. He wants to win this series 2-0. He's like, hell no, I ain't losing this game. Y'all gonna butcher the team fight, but I'm gonna delay the Tormentor. We're gonna lose the team fight, and then we're gonna effectively wipe them anyway, and then we're gonna get Tormentor. Why? Because I am the Tin Man with the battle plan. That was a sick sequence.
Yeah, that was.
All because he dodged that bushwhack at the start, too. Like, he just sidestepped it. Holy.
And how bad does Theo feel, right? All of this could have been prevented if he had just landed the hit on Schofield. Then Schofield isn't able to stop them from running through the bridge. They're probably too far away for the Wind Ranger to catch at that point.
I mean, how many players in their career have said, if only versus Schofield? Yeah. That's him to a T. That's his play style.
Yeah. And rewarded with the Aghanim Shard off of Tormentor.
Hell yeah, he deserves it. Well, that salvaged that situation a lot. Still playtime on the back foot just because you are going to start to get some of the scale up for LGD, particularly the BKB on the Enigma. So now you have no black hole answer other than that hook shot coming through. But I guess the Shard Jetpack maybe helps you maneuver for that a little bit. Or if you can start on the Enigma, he does die very quickly. So that's another route you can go.
Yeah, Schofield cut the lead in half. They had an 8,000 net worth lead at the peak off of winning that fight, and it's dropped down to 4K. I can't believe it's not I can't believe that Playtime hasn't been favored off of winning these last two team fights.
Their cores are still behind. I mean, that's what Dota's looking at, right? The models are mainly looking at net worth. So it's always a factor. Enigma scaling is also pretty good here. But it doesn't recognize the genius that is Schofield Dota. So how do you measure that in a model, Austin? You can't. It's an unpredictive. What's it called? A unpredictable variable. You know.
No AI would be able to replicate.
Hell no.
The craziness that is Schofield. They are going to be. Do you think double Shivas is still acceptable with new Shivas? Do you think maybe it's even better since it's a better armor item?
Technically, yeah. There's less overlap.
Okay.
So it's better to have two of them than the previous version. I think it's fine.
Okay. You also just purely the fact that Shivas now builds from Chasm Stone. As you said, many of these players are really enjoying the Chasm Stone effect, and we've already talked about how it's good for Phoenix, but the Enigma obviously very good for this hero. Midnight Pulse gets more value, and then the magic of a good black hole is made a whole lot easier if the AoE is just that much bigger.
100%. I think Enigma's maybe the best Chasm Stone hero from the standpoint of what difference does it make for his spells. The extra AoE catching someone in your black hole combo or not can literally make or break a team fight, make or break a game. So
and
I think it's a must buy.
It snowballs on itself because at some point you can also build an Aghanim Scepter, which then with the pull, like the bigger AoE of the black hole itself and the bigger AoE of the pull, all becomes really annoying to deal with.
That's where all this scale is going to kick in eventually. So you got to start to find something here for your playtime, I think. You got to get this Wind Ranger back in the game a little bit more. Wits needs something. He's 1 and 4, 9 assists, but not holding a lot to his name as LGD eyeing up Roshan. You really want to force another objective against this Clockwork that caused just so many problems on that tournament.
You've got Supernova Black Hole. Like, if there's any objective
for sure
you can force, it's got to be Rogue.
Dangerous against Schofield, though. And dangerous against Schofield.
He can get a good setup here. Hookshot goes out, trying to stop Theo Lacour from getting off the ultimate, bursting down the Largo. Meanwhile, the ring inside the pit forces them to use the black hole just to stop the Aegis from being grabbed by Dark Mago. They will kill Dark Mago in that process. The Supernova also zoning back many of these heroes, keeping Theo alive as the little hoodwink stays alive inside the trees here. Avalanche goes out. Frank manages to survive through it all. Zuma started that whole fight going after him. Schofield not going to be as lucky here. Jetpack is going to be stopped multiple times by the Malefice, and the Eidolons will pick him apart. So this time around, they do go for an interrupt on the objective, but all Playtime get out of it is the last hit on Roshan.
Smart play by LGD. They ran near hill. They don't let the Playtime core just go into the pit. Intercepts that fight, turns it into a, you're at the fight.
Con espíritu peruano y calidad internacional.
Just unable to be off, and let's make her in that fight. Yeah, you dagger that bird.
Get him.
Shiva's done now.
Done on him, and it looks like Whisper has said, you know what, maybe double Shiva's is in the plane. He's going to go on.
Okay. Ocarina does boost your farm rate up considerably.
Bye-bye,
Frank.
Dude, he was
having
just
trouble
about
getting
to
the lanes out.
complete, his Aghanim Scepter, too.
True. That's going to set him back. As the map control has been LGDs for most of this game, I feel. Yeah, you're getting some efficiency out of the jungle with the Kunkka, but it's kind of it. Your other two cores have been pretty sad. I just don't know how much Kunkka can carry this game. It is Dark Mago Kunkka. Gives me some more faith.
Oh, sorry.
What?
Smoke is going to be popped, rather, not break, as four-man movement through the triangle. Up to where PlayTime is, they're going to be in some trouble here. It's going to be the Ringmaster, gets jumped. He's dead immediately, but at least Wits is able to get out. And Tai Lung actually loses his BKB on Courier.
Radiant are scanning.
Huh. Nice snipe, I guess, by neutral creeps? I don't know. Don't know what killed it.
Weird one. Fortunately, he's still working with 2.5 minutes on Aegis, so it may not matter him missing that BKB, but...
The idea for LG to get in high ground with this Aegis, I doubt it looks a little difficult. You don't have a BKB on Beast Master. Just get some tier 2 sort of on the side lanes. You're going to try to the Schofield Clockwork. What do you wanted it? Times.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Tai Lung's going to push in bottom lane and take another tier 2. And it seems like a lot of the wind has gone out of the PlayTime sails as they don't really want to contest during this Aegis timing. They're just going to give up objectives, which means that LGD is going to be taking more and more of a net worth lead yet again. Still, though, it hasn't really broken out too far. Sitting in a 6,000 net worth lead. Octarine is done for Whisper, which means he's going to start accelerating even faster, both between an Octarine pickup and then at some point you get your level 20. You're just throwing Eidolons all over the place. You can farm like a third of the map at a time. Yeah.
He's going to farm with his Octarine, but then you're still going to have to deal with double Ags Black Hole. Later on in this game, you only have that one hook shot. Maybe Ringmaster Ags
out here. Holy cow. How did he even get here? Trying to farm on the enemy side of the map. I guess thinking it was going to be too dangerous to be on his side, but got spotted by Yuma. Tiki in from Theolacor, and that is going to be a dead carry for PlayTime.
He has a finished BKB, but unable to really find anything in this game. There's a roar.
Died through. 8 goes off. Tai Lung has caught Schofield. Hookshot gets him away. Hookshot it to El Micho, and that these double ults used. Not finding a kill. They're not really going to be punished because they still have this Aegis for a time and no Wind Ranger to worry about, but still a sick play.
They're
from
chilling.
Schofield.
Yeah, you waste some time. Unfortunately, again, I don't think this Aegis was going to go high ground anyway. So you're just looking to extract as much net worth as you can. And you're definitely getting a lot.
Caught the X on the hoodwink. Theo Yules. But unfortunately, that just sets up the cogs as well as Dark Mago's Timebringer hit. Gets in the tree, shoots himself up to the high ground. Dagger's missing all around. Jetpack goes off from Schofield. He wants this damn squirrel dead. Blinks forward, still looking. Does he find him? He finds him. Hits him with the hook shot. Rocket flare into battery assault maybe. Theolacor gets off the bushwhack. A power shot that misses. Still on the run.
Yo, this damn squirrel.
Yules goes off. They will get him. He will die. But it costs PlayTime a significant amount of time to do so.
Is that even worth it? That doesn't feel like it. You're getting your other lane shoved in by some massive Eidolon army mid. Holy moly. Beast jumped bottom with a creep. He shoved in top. Just can't get the lanes back out.
Here comes the smoke move. They figure one pick off. You're right. They spent a lot of time there. There was a lot of heroes there. They want to try and keep this snowballing. Get more pick-offs with at least 2 or 3 of these heroes. 3-man smoke doesn't find anything, though. They're going to clear out their own jungle and find not a damn thing.
too hard to find an opening because you don't want to just full send it into LGD sitting on a high ground with potential buybacks and this black hole threat. But if you don't full send it, you're not just going to randomly find some isolated hero. Tough situation.
No vision here. They're going to set up on this. Oh, he instantly tosses him away. Push him into the wheel. Gets hypnotized.
Great black hole.
Nice two-man black hole on two. A hook shot attempted. Instead, it's a third hero inside the black hole. And now the supernova. It's a mosh pit here at PlayTime. Are getting knocked out inside. If they just got to head for the hills here. PlayTime all trying to retreat. A Yule Scepter stops the Kunkka. Got him inside the bushwhack. A toss back up in the air. PlayTime took a risk. They went for the tankiest hero on the team. Went for the carry Tiny, and they got him to about half health before Whisper intercepted with his Blink BKB Black Hole.
Too easy for him, honestly. Like, if you start on the front liner and you just give him a free fight, he's always going to find the connection, and he can also Black Hole in a direction that blocks that hook shot. There's no chance for Schofield to find a cancel there. Even if you do, that fight might be over anyway. The scaling team fight here for LGD causing PlayTime a lot of problems. Can't find their little chaotic openings when there's just this massive looming ball threat. LGD striking back super well in this game too after a demoralizing loss. And looks like they might come away with a convincing win here. This trend continues. It's Enigma
It does
pick.
feel like you were talking about before. Like, even if LGD close out this game, it does feel like a little bit sloppier. Like Playtime's game that they dominated, it felt like they made almost no mistakes.
Sure.
Roar goes out, catches Wits, and with a follow-up from the Hoodwink already at half health, and pushed back in, or pulled back in rather, by the Harpoon. Another pick off. Wits is just not having a game here. He dominated game one on his SF, and his Wind Ranger is finding no purchase in game two.
Again, there's just nothing really being set up for him. What team fight is he able to come into and clean somebody up? It's just watching his team get black holed. He has to go in close to focus fire somebody. He's a threat. There's a roar threat. There's a bushwhack threat. If he goes on the Phoenix, you're just going to get supernova'd. Really tough lineup to just run in and find connections on. It's been the name of the game here. As a Boomerang for Theo. Very nice.
Everybody will be healed up. Whisper is a farming machine, though. That's what I'm talking about with that Octarine. He's just been clearing through the map, running Eidolons through all these neutral areas and throwing them down lane after they split. He has picked up his Octarine, he has picked up a Refresher, and he's well on his way to luxury items at this point. He's thinking about a Boots of Travel, perhaps even a Bots 2. Wouldn't be surprised to see an Aghanims at some point, somewhere down the line, or an Aeon Disc, just to make sure he can always get off Black Hole.
I think Playtime's only option is to somehow start on the Enigma,
Radiant are scanning.
or maybe the Beastmaster if you can land a good chain stun on him, but it has to be one of these with the Kunkka in front dealing the big damage, and then you can kind of attack the fight from multiple angles. Make it really awkward for these black holes to land. It's gonna be tough. Doable if you can get some good vision out, but very tough. If you just run into LGD's front line, that fight is gonna be almost impossible. You're just gonna get massacred. So you cannot bite the bait that is Yuma on that front line. You see this Tiny, you have to go around the Tiny. You cannot run into the Tiny here.
Good ward, scouting everything. Good ward that doesn't last for long, thanks to the gem on Theo.
I was waiting for Roche. Absolutely forced it.
A little fake
Got
out
him.
on the outpost and jetpacks away.
He got him. He sent the message.
And still rocket flaring the Roche, who they did steal Roche on last time, so the Clockwork putting damage on it makes it roar. And you know Schofield wants to go for the steal here.
Oh, he's gonna go for it.
Desperate times, desperate measures. Yuma's gonna try and block it, as is KJ, setting up even Theo outside of the pit. You know Schofield's likely to try and find an angle here, and they spot him. So now Schofield is not going to get that opportunity. Just a excellent kill for Yuma while the Roshan dies to the Beastmaster solo. On the other side of the map, Misho and Wits do take the enemy Wisdom Shrine, and we're looking for a pickoff. May still find it if somebody TP's up here. But with Dark Mago dead, maybe LGD do not go back and push out their lanes, but just push straight into a high ground.
Recipient of one of those black holes. Courtesy of Whisper, straight to Dark Mago's head. Prophet's Pendulum not going to save you there, even with the potential boat run. Just too much damage, too much scale. PlayTime running out of time. And this is a high ground Aegis right here. You have all your BKBs, you have all your ults, you have a banner.
You know, when you mentioned Dark Mago pretty early on having the highest net worth and what he can do with it, I feel like this is just a prime example. Kunkka gets these damage items, but I rarely see Kunkkas anymore. It's been a long time. Yuma trying to get some punishment for the kill on Theolacour, trying to recover the gem here. Picked up by El Misho, gets away the Glimmer Cape.
Great shackle.
Hit the wheel onto Yuma. No, he got off the BKB. And Yuma with the harpoon is trying to make a run for it. Blocked out by the Cogs. Not sure where to run from here. The Sun Ray is healing him up. The Black Hole is going to be put onto Frank. And they don't have the Wind Ranger focusing down this Tiny. Instead, he's getting caught by Tai Lung underneath the Supernova. Ultimately, LGD without the Squirrel and with Tiny almost dying, they just have too much net worth. They have too much firepower on these other heroes.
Insurmountable. Hell of a innate. You get extra status resist. Gets you out of that shackle a little faster. You're able to run a little bit farther away. What a stupid innate. Bails him out of that situation, and then all of a sudden, Wind Ranger's getting roared, Supernova's going off, your Largo's getting black holed. It's like everybody's under their own ultimate, just suffering.
He also had the Prophet's Pendulum, which, you know, he gets out of the disable faster, but also the damage got delayed, allowing the Sunray to heal him up before the damage really kicks in.
A lot of HP to get through on these big boys. Not a lot of time to do it in before the turnaround comes out. We also just haven't seen PlayTime be able to abuse the cooldowns here. LGD have done a good job forcing the Roche when they have cooldowns up, which means even if you lose a fight with cooldowns down, what are PlayTime going to do about it? Not a lot. There's not a lot to gain off the map.
There's the bots 2 and Eon Disc for the Enigma. So 6 slotted now at this point. Can get an upgraded Blink and can swap in another item if he wants to play around with the Refresher as a 7.
It's going to have to be some crazy stun connections here for PlayTime. Like big shackles into wheels, into some Kunkka cleaves with the crits. Maybe you have a chance of bringing some of these big boys down.
Whisper's going to run into Dark Mago. Dark Mago's going to run into Whisper. He quickly silver edges away. And the Enigma is out of here. Doesn't want to get caught in the side of the map. But good thing, too, meanwhile, his team already jumps in, finding 2 different victims. One is Schofield, the other Frank. No, the turret comes in. Perfect timing. BKB goes out before the wheel. Tai Lung slowed down. What a shackle shot, though. That could be the death of Tai Lung. Life number 1. Can they get KJ as well? He still has Supernova, and they don't really have a way to force the egg here with the BKB on the Phoenix, holding his ground on the side here. And to be, oh, God, one shot real quick there by Dark Mago. No opportunity to use the Supernova, it seems. Harpoon up to the high ground. Can they chase down Yuma as well? With no BKB, he's in trouble. Caught in the X. And his team not around to bail him out. The Enigma's on his way with a refresher still. No, he blinked back. He said, that Yuma, he's caught. There's just no reason we should throw more bodies at this fight.
Great execution from PlayTime. Sacrifice the clockwork. The black hole lands only on one target in that Kunkka, but he's able to get boxed for a lot of it. And Largo gets to stay alive for once. I feel like that's a big difference. Frank actually gets to play a full team fight, just sustain everybody up through some of the big spells. Really nice execution on a lot of those little things. Great shackle as well. And that's what has to happen. You have to land some of these clutch stuns on the right targets.
Oh, God, this is real awkward. Whisper gets himself stuck right as the smoke gank is coming his way. But maybe it's for
no.
the best. Maybe because he's inside of these trees, he breaks himself free. Somehow they don't see him.
What? How did they not see
PlayTime
that?
with the wrong direction. They're just barely outside of vision of seeing that midnight pulse.
It went into them.
Now it's going to break into Wits, and they got him. Immediate shackle. Eontis is going to go off. He's going to BK. Oh, they used the hook shot. Oh, dear. Schofield just too quick on the reactions there. If he had taken a beat, they would have realized they'd caught the Enigma, and there was no way out.
That was a very, very well-timed day on this Bob. What can you do? Still, this is some breathing room for playtime. They got level 25 on Kunkka, which is a big Tidebringer talent. He got an amp damage. Pretty nice. He has a full Satanic now. He's very tanky. Some breath of life here. This Kunkka can get some big hits in. These Tidebringers are pretty nasty. They're going to hit real
He's
hard.
going to get picked off. He does have, wait, no, he's got a Wind Waker. Wind Waker plus Blink Dagger. Shackle Shot goes out. Hook Shot lands on a 2 over here. Not a place that Schofield's likely to survive. The Nullifier keeps him from being boxed right now, but fortunately, a little bit of a whip. There goes the black hole.
God damn.
Dark Mago's right in the middle of this.
He's
push.
alive.
And Whisper's trying to fight
What?
him out. Dark Mago is still battling through it all.
Oh my.
He gets another big heal. Dear God, somebody stop this man. They finally put him down. They'll put down Frank as well, but it took quite the battle for LGD to beat down this captain.
He tanked 2 black holes, Supernova, and Tiny just wailing on him.
Damage taken.
That is a beefy ass captain. Holy moly. Just sitting in there with Satanic Amp damage, wailing to keep his life total high with Pendulum and Boat Rum. He's strong, dude. Takes double black hole to bring him down. And this is almost a great fight for playtime. You get 2 on the hook shot. You kind of survive these black holes, but again, the Wits is just not able to do anything really. You can't even kill the Hoodwink there early on. And it's just too much superiority with the team fight ultis. It's just so much to get through.
And this puts playtime in an awkward position because they've got Eidolons and Tiny. 2 very good things for hitting high ground here. It's going to force buybacks pretty quick out of playtime. We've already got 1 out of the Largo.
Can't fight without the Kunkka, so he either has to buy. You're gonna wait for him.
Vive la selva en el susurro de sus paisajes.
Now the buyback comes through. Dark Mago's on his way. Schofield almost dies for this one. Yuma's getting low. Yuma is just dead. That was fast. He gets the Megas. Tai Long is also likely to die here. Throwing out the Roar and Nullifier, but once again, struggling to kill Schofield quickly here. It is Megas, but playtime are on the hunt. BKB goes out. KJ making sure 100% he will get out because they've got Megas. All they have to do is make sure they don't bleed out any heroes here and force playtime into this awkward position where they have to go and push through Megas, through tier 2, just to try and get a buyback out of a hero.
Triple core buy, and you got Megas, so it's worth it. The only thing you're potentially losing is Roche, but it was a late spawn. So they're not even going to lose Roshan here. Pretty unfortunate for playtime. They did get some level 25s. They got 25 on the Largo, which is a pretty nice one. He does have Bobble. Maybe you can do a little Bobble in here. Try and scale into the Ultra late or something, you know, make this game real weird. Megas is going to be tough, though. I guess you have Kunkka. Kunkka's pretty good, clearing it out.
I said we can't Roche. It didn't spawn, so maybe I thought for a second they were going to Tormentor with the shield room.
Do you need Divine on this Kunkka, man? It kind of feels like it.
Yeah.
He keeps just trying to tank up, which he's going AC now. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like he should just go Divine and hope for the big crits.
Yeah, especially with this, how new is this talent? This Tidebringer ignores 25% armor. That's got to be a relatively new one.
It is.
Wonder if that's better than the old one was one of those Tidebringer cooldown ones, right? Went down by 2 seconds or something.
Yeah, I did have that at some point. They got rid of it.
I wonder if the bigger hit is stronger. Like, ignoring armor is a very unique and effective tool.
It is. The other one was better though. It was it reduced its cooldown for every hero it hit. You could just like chain Tidebringer if you were in the middle of a team fight. That was really strong. So this one's definitely weaker, but it is a damage upgrade. I mean, he's hitting hard. We saw what he can do. The issue is you're just playing into so many ults. I don't know if you're gonna get a chance to hit people. It's gonna be tough.
Wits is they're letting him get all the creeps right now because he needs Satanic botted out. Again, situation with these Satanics, though. Are you going to get a chance to use them, Schofield? They are on high alert. LGD, high alert. We're doing Roshan. It's Schofield time. Everybody spread out and search for this guy. He's going to come back in with a jetpack.
Might have an angle.
Jumps. Oh, what a timing! Dear God, man. How does he keep doing this? He gets the cheese. He gets the banner. Instantly eats the cheese. He stole away some of the critical items, not the
does
big
it
one,
again.
though. The Aegis went to Yuma.
He does it again. I don't understand. LGD zoned him, and then as Roche was dying, they just all backed. I'm like, okay, you can have a hook shot. That was definitely so weird.
Ah, they just black hole him. Glimmer Cape couldn't hit the Malefice. That's fine. Just black hole to stop him.
Dodges an fire. Waits a little more time. So that's one black hole down, but they know the clock does not have buyback here. Actually, he has it in 10 seconds. Okay, so he will have it coming back up. Wait, it was that short? I felt like he used that buyback in like the last fight, and that was like 3 minutes ago. Surprised it's back up.
Only one tier 4 remaining between LGD and that Ancient. Wits immediately gets avalanches. He tries to approach the Tiny to go for the buyback. Immediately, Supernova's going to be used, trying to keep these heroes at bay, protecting Yuma. BKB activates. Yuma is trying to go through all of this. That is thrown out from Wits, but he finally does fall. That's only going to be the first life, though. Can Wits, still with the focus fire, hit him a second time? Shackle shot goes out. It didn't actually latch to anything there. Black hole gets the grab. Hook shot tried to intercept it, but Tylon was in front of it. The black hole goes through the entire dump. Somehow, Dark Mago is still alive. Once again, it's that pendulum, man. The pendulum allowed him to live for a while, but unfortunately, time is up for playtime in this one. We are going to a game 3.
Well, that's pretty hype. This game 3 is going to be a barn